Just watch the sensation around the head of the femur as you slowly let go of the belt. The sense of space in the sacrum is important. First in the back of the sacrum, then over a period you feel it in the front. With your hands, push the femur down and think of lifting the pelvis up. If you have to bend forward, you should stand sideways, so this is not in the way.
Would this also include the lateral movement of the thigh?
Correct. And to bend forward, don't think of stretching. Think of releasing the tailbone towards the pubis. Don't think down, think forward. From here you're moving towards this one.
So the femurs are going
Going
down
to
here.
the floor, correct. You're trying to lift your trunk out of the floor.
You mean the pelvis?
But in
So
this,
lifting up. and
to
here.
lift the pelvis, you have to lift all this up.
Mm-hmm.
That would not improve. You can practice going down for a long period, nothing will move, which is your experience basically. You have to hold the other on the other side. Put this in the hip as deep as you can. And then go over it. Not only down, towards you also. I bend both the knees, or if I do one side, bend one knee, right? When I take this knee towards the floor, this femur tends to fall towards the floor. It should lift up. Even now when I'm doing it, it's difficult to see from outside. Here my sense is I'm lifting towards the ceiling. The wrong action, if you can see, I'll change it. This is wrong. Now femur is collapsing into the joint. Lift the femur up. Whether this knee goes to the floor or not, doesn't matter. However, let's say you're here, and you might even need a belt. There's no problem with this. But see that this is not collapsing down.
Okay.
You're lifting up, pressing this foot to the floor. Of course, when you're doing both, then you might need two lances. And both these femurs have to lift up. It's not a collapse. Again, I will do the collapse portion. I don't know if you can see it. This is a collapse. Okay, the femur is dropping towards the floor. I lift the femur up. So around the head of the femur, there's a sense of space, not like you're jamming it in. Apple jam, apricot jam, you know the joke. Put out towards me a little more. That's too much. Yeah. All right, press that foot down. Maximum effort is here. It rotates and the knee goes down, sure. But the head of the femur should not go towards the floor, it should go lift up. And breathe. And before you come out, at least once remind yourself, the exercise appears to be for the leg, but it's really the brain that is releasing. Through the breath. And the philosophy or the psychology of this goes further in life. Anything you struggle with, it may look like you're struggling with your body. No, you're struggling with the mind, the brain. Okay, let's look at the other side.
Seeing this I think of it as practicing in a chair, sitting in a chair.
Correct. The rotation is different. Here, the head of the femur is rotating in the hip socket. When you're sitting on a chair and bending down, the pelvis is rotating around the head of the femur. There is a law, they call it convex or concave law of rotation or something. When the concave surface is rotating over the convex surface, the movement is easier. So that's why when you sit on a chair and bend forward, you can bend forward more.
So when sitting on a chair, the femur is pressing down into the chair.
Put another belt on that side. And just gently lift it. That's what you should feel like more. And this is simple engineering. You can rig up 2 walls, ropes, and do it like that. Okay. Just watch the sensation around the head of the femur as you slowly let go of the belt. Then again lift up. And slowly let go. So you get a sense that even though you want to bring the knee down, the head of the femur should not fall into the socket.